What's up, YouTube? This is Galactic God, and I'm here with a quick gameplay mechanic update. Looks like Konami has just released the official ruling on the Xyz Materials, and essentially they say we've been playing it wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some examples of how the new gameplay mechanics is going to work. I'm going to use a rank 2, a rank 3, and a rank 4 Xyz material. Or excuse me, Xyz Monster, and what happens with their materials, some of the most commonly used plays, I guess you could say. So I think first we're going to go ahead and start with number 17 Leviathan Dragon. This is probably the card that most people are going to get butthurt about. So what happens is, let's say you have a level 3 monster on the field already, and you summon your Tengen, or you get him special summoned somehow. Now you have 2 level 3s, and you can go ahead and make a rank 3 Xyz. Now at this point, most people would then activate number 17 Leviathan Dragon's effect, ditching Sengen to the graveyard, pumping him up to 25, and then getting Sengen's effect, because the way we've been playing it is that Xyz materials stay on the field, that they're still considered on the field. So Sengen's leaving the field, he's getting his effect. This is no longer the case. Once a monster is used as an Xyz material for the Xyz summon of an Xyz monster, essentially, he is not considered any longer to be on the field. So he's just attached to the Xyz material. So if something was to happen to the monster, let's say he was to go to your opponent's side of the field, the materials would stay with him, or if he was to be flipped face down, the materials would still stay on him. They're more like tokens or counters on the card. They're not actually, equipped to him, so you can't, if you book them, they stay on him and all that kind of jazz. So now when you use number 17 so now when you use number 17 Leviathan Dragon's effect to ditch Sengen to the graveyard, he's not going from the field to the graveyard, he's going from the Xyz material zone to the graveyard, so he will not get his effect. Okay, another good example I guess we're going to use is Summoner Monk. Let's say you ditch a spell card for Summoner Monk to special summon a monster from your deck. Now you have 2 level 4 monsters. You overlay them to bring out a rank 4. Now you have a rank 4 monster on the field. Before, when you would use Still Swarm Roach's effect, you would discard Tengu to negate the special summon on a level 5 or higher monster. And now you would special summon out another Tengu from your deck. This is not how this works. Since Tengu is now, the Xyz materials are not considered on the field. Also, though, people started considering that maybe right when you Xyz summon, you go right into it, now Tengu has left the field, you can special summon another Tengu. This is also not the case. This is, Tengu's effect here works similar to when he is returned to your deck. So like if you Phoenix Wing Wind Blast Reborn Tengu to the top of your deck, or your opponent does it, I should say, I don't know why you would want to do it to your Tengu, you do not get his effect because he is no longer, I don't know, he's no longer, you can't find out where he's at. Same thing goes for when he becomes an Xyz material. Once he becomes an Xyz material, you lose his effect essentially. You're not going to get his effect when he's, Xyz summoned, and you're not going to get his effect when he's discarded for the effect of an Xyz monster. Finally, we're going to talk about a rank 2 Xyz. So let's say you have Fortress Warrior on your field, and you have Plague Spreader in the graveyard. If you return a card to the top of the deck to special summon out Plague Spreader, and then you go into a rank 2 Xyz, now when you detach Plague Spreader to the graveyard, he doesn't go out of play because he's not going from the field. He's not leaving the field, he's leaving the Xyz zone. So now he'll go back to the graveyard, and you can once again put another card on top of your deck to bring him back out. So a couple interesting plays. So it looks like that's how the Xyz mechanic's going to work here in the TCG. Pretty much exactly the same way it does in the OCG. Remember to leave me a comment on what you think about the new rulings. I'm going to leave a link to the actual Konami webpage so you guys can check it out for yourself. And I guess that's about it. This is Galactic God, out.